Oh, hello there!
So, I don't get a load of this. This is an, well, if you know anything about guitars, you kind of know how much of an oddity this is. This is a Les Paul style guitar. It's got a humbucker and a single coil in the bridge. It has a tremolo bridge. It has 2 knobs instead of 4. It's got a hole drilled in the top for a strap, but it's on the wrong side. And it's painted like Eddie Van Halen's guitar. Let's go over it. Okay, so last summer, the summer of 2025, I found this at a pawn shop. I really liked it, and it was cheap. It was, what, $85? But I paid about $115 to get a decent gig bag with it. Nobody cares about the gig bag. This is what you care about, I hope. Because, gosh, there's so much to unpack here. First of all, let's look at the condition of this thing. You can see there's a little bit of wear, you know, right there and right there where someone tried to poorly paint, I think. A couple scratches over here. The back is just as bad. It's not looking too good. So it's kind of a beater, you know, it's kind of a piece of garbage, kind of a piece of junk, but I'll show you how it sounds. Now, when I say it's a kind of a beater, piece of junk, I'm not saying that to be, like, ungrateful or anything. You know, I'm actually grateful for it. I actually really like the guitar despite all of its faults. I'm just saying, it's not in very nice condition. In fact, in the sound demo, you're going to hear it cut out a bunch. That's because the input jack, it has a short in it or something, and it is also loose. Like, it won't stay in the body of the guitar. So, you're going to kind of hear some cutting in and out. Just be warned, it won't be too bad. out of all fairness, I decided to do a test where I tested the feedback of it. Because, you know, it's a guitar, you gotta test all the different things you can do with it, so I tried feedback. And finally, I decided to just do whatever this is. So, if you don't know much about guitars, you may be kind of asking, well, what makes that one so weird? To answer your question, I'm going to show you another one. This is an Epiphone Les Paul, the 2025 model. It's the, traditional Pro 4. They're named a million different things. This one's pretty decent, you know, I've had no issues with it. As you can see, this is not a tremolo bridge. These are two humbuckers. The switch is up here, the knobs are down here, and there's 4 of them. This one is a lot more traditional than something like that. And also, you'll notice how it's a solid color instead of whatever that is. Now, if we take a look at that one, you'll notice a lot of things weird with it. Well, first of all, the insane colors, and I decided to pick an equally loud Strat for it. So, it kind of makes you question my fashion choices every time I use it, but I don't care. I don't have a tremolo, unfortunately, so I can't show you with that, but it has a tremolo bridge, so you can do light bending. You can't do anything crazy like Van Halen, which kind of adds to my weirded outness, because it's like, if you wanted to copy Van Halen, I would think you wanted to put a Floyd Rose bridge in there or something, so you could really shift the strings, but whatever, it's a budget guitar. It's got a single coil in the bridge, a humbucker in the neck, the knobs, and the switches down here, which is typical on some cheaper Les Pauls, but not your standard kind of Les Paul like that one. So yeah, it's just got so much going on. And the funniest part, you've seen Epiphone the whole time. This is not an Epiphone guitar. I did a little bit of research on, admittedly, Google, and you find pictures that are clearly this guitar. You will not see an Epiphone headstock on there. You're going to see a guitar from a brand called Hondo. They were a Japanese company, I believe, back in the 70s and 80s. Maybe before, maybe after, I don't know for sure. But it's a 70s, 80s company, and they copied a lot of Les Pauls, and this just so happens to be one of the things that came out of their factory. So, at some point, someone took the neck off, replaced it with, granted, a not all that nice Epiphone neck in the first place, some really bad tuners. I mean, they are just, I don't know if they're old and bad or just bad in general. At one point, I have it somewhere, it had the original by Gibson tag up here, which I haven't done that for a while, so I'll take a picture of that and show it on screen as I'm talking. So this is clearly an old Epiphone neck as well. This has been on here a while, and also, like I mentioned earlier, someone drilled a hole right here to put the strap button in. So, I don't know what to say about it. You can make your own deductions from this. That's all I need to say. I don't want to keep you for any longer, and I already have. This is already like a 10-minute video. But I wanted to show you this guitar because I thought it was really interesting. It was $85, so I was kind of like, well, why not? Whatever. I like it, but I can see how someone would be like, no, ew. But, there it is. I've had it for a year and I haven't made a video, so there you go. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the grand reception on my newest 2 videos. I've gotten quite a few views on those already, so hopefully this one does well. And I hope you watched all the way through. Anyway, I told you I'd be done talking. I'm done talking now. Goodbye. Thank you so much.